So we already got the shield and the boot. But now we need to do the sword. But how are we going to do the sword if we are currently horizontal? This is why we rotate back, and then we flip our grid. Make sure everything's selected. Grab this, grab that, and flip it. Obviously, we wouldn't be using this whole thing, but we're going to be doing something different. So if we grab, hypothetically, our lasso, hopefully do a way better job grabbing something with our lasso. Grab that, rotate it. Now you start to see what I'm envisioning. Obviously, we do not need this plus. Completely irrelevant and useless. But we do need, first, our grid. Second, our third line right here. You may be wondering, why do we need this line? Well, when we specified in the design, that is a different game. It's only going to connect to one single thing, and it's not going to branch from the sides. So it should be at the top. That means this line should be up there. And if that's the case, then our sprite should be up here, or at the very least, I don't even know how I got the sprite like that. Quite interesting. Also, what I didn't realize is that the lasso does something interesting. See, and that's thing, because now you can do one attack, or put your text in here, one attack minus 180k. See if the awk text still fits. The awk text still fits. But barely. So now with this template, you know what we can do. First, we all know it's going to be red, so let's tone this down. Set our thing to 70. Grab our gray, our beautiful gray. I'm actually going to set this to 4 so we have plenty of room for our octex to breathe. Then we're going to design our sword. I do want it to bend down a little bit. I think that'd be kind of cool. It's gonna be like 1. Or the +1 text will just be at the bottom. So then what we can do is we can move it up also probably like remove that. Doesn't look too nice. Fix our one. Or we can just erase that entirely. Remake it in a different area. I was thinking probably right here. Now we gotta make sure that the +1 is consistent, so it's always like that. I actually think it benefit from moving a little bit more to the left. So right here. Actually, right in between that is way better. Obviously, you shouldn't do this. Which is why I'm going to make this a new layer, because I'm going to do something with it. And then we're going to start on the actual stuff. Here is the red. Visible in like everything. It's a really light red. It's not even light red. That's the same exact freaking color. Okay, I guess. I feel like if it was orange, it'd be slightly better, right? Yeah, that's better. And the sword. The sword's going to be gray, obviously. But I like recycling colors, and so should you, so. I call it consistency, but it's just me being lazy. Like, completely for real. Put that there. But in this case, it kind of is, like, too dark. Because, like, who's swinging around the freaking stone sword from Minecraft? Nobody. Oh. Add that one. Ah, yes, that one. That one's a good one. Now, I don't know what that's going to be, so I'm going to probably turn that red. You have every right to scream at me, but, like, yeah, it looks a butt ugly. And then a nice brown. That's also way too saturated. I don't know why that's that saturated. There, nice. I think that this could definitely use some nice highlights, right? So we're going to go back to like that 200. That's good. That is looking good. In my opinion. You can disagree. And then yeah, this needs to be like a tiny bit over. So we're gonna grab that, turn it down. Grab the 200, select that, put it back to the line. That's interesting. Oh well. Select this color. Select our text. Y'all remember what text we used? We used all the way down here. It's the weirdest like name niche text for something that looks exactly the same. Source font sans JP. Og. This time we're gonna align it with this bottom corner. Straight in the middle. See how nice that is. Now we are going to make our grid to display 4 segments. So then when we go to grab there it is. And then we go here, we select this color. You know what? Delete. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Delete. Because this is going to be manual labor. Beautiful. There. Nice. And now we grab the red, we go down a little bit, click here, probably go down a little bit more. And click from end to end. I'm going to turn our grid back so then I don't get confused. 3, 3, 3, 3. Boom. Now we're good. Isn't that pretty awesome? And what else is bugging me? How this text is not sitting perfectly where it's supposed to. So we're going to move that horizontally so that U is slightly to the right of the sword. And then we can obviously just fill this empty space. And there it is. Our defense, or our attack, excuse me. The only last things that is missing is depth with the sword, which can be easily achieved by going one. By going 1, 2, 3. And this by going 1, 2. How it looks like without grid. And there it is, our defense.